Essentially, you're now going out into the world. So that camel stands up, beautiful metaphor, and wanders out into the desert with this giant load on its back. And he meets a dragon. And the dragon's name is Thou Shalt. Thou Shalt is this dragon. And on every one of his little pieces of dragon scales, there's a Thou Shalt. There's a belief, there's a admonition, there's something that you're supposed to do. All these supposed to's that the world tells us. It's all over this dragon. And here comes this dragon, Thou Shalt, Thou Shalt. And you're carrying this burden that the world has laid upon you. Your responsibility at this point, and I know it's your responsibility, this is your plight because you're asking me this fucking question, is to slay that fucking dragon. Intrinsic motivation, right? If you're looking for motivation at all, it needs to come from the inside. Train because you love to train. If you have no motivation, that means you don't love to train. Just give it up. Or quit your job so that you have a lifestyle that supports training. It's that important, at least it is to me. What they don't tell you, and mostly because they haven't experienced it, but Elliot Hulse has, so I can share this with you, is that if you just follow your fucking heart, just follow that strange thing that's happening inside you, you will end up 10 times better, miles ahead of all those people who did what they were told. So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in life, the critical component is getting things done. And getting things done in a systematic way. Building the character that's associated with getting things done in a systematic way requires that you become disciplined. A lot of what we've been conditioned, the type of consciousness we've been conditioned to use through education, through school, that focus, we can use to find the right answer. Now in that same room, if you flip on the light switch, you don't have a concentrated effort. You don't have a concentrated illumination that you're actively pursuing that answer with, because when you flip on the light, there's a passive illumination that allows you to simply go, well, there it is. In reaching my dream, which one day I wrote down based on the ideas of my past, and it sounded a little bit like this. In the future, I will be standing in a stadium speaking to a roaring crowd of tens of thousands of people who I am motivating and inspiring to be the best that they can. I wrote something like that back in 2003, before my daughter was born. And that's what I do, except my stadium is this camera, and it's not a few thousand people, it's almost 1 million.